Hey Planet Besties, welcome or welcome back. We're going to be unboxing the Cloth and Paper February intention box. It came in the mail today, earlier than I expected, so I was like, let me go ahead and record this video tonight, because then I'm not sure if when this is going to come out or if it's even going to come out. So let's just get into it. I realized that they did start switching back to the original sticky label that we had, because they tried something new where they put all the items on the box, which I'm glad they listened to customer feedback, because we did not want all of that. So I'm gonna take this off because I was putting it in my planner. So here is the label. I doubt I'm gonna use it because it did not even tear off properly, but that is fine, y'all. And I already saw the sneaks, so I know it's definitely a very minimal box. So we're gonna get into the smaller items first, opening our nice package. Okay, so now the items are on the back of the package. So we're gonna get the cassette tape photo slide, on repeat dashboard and cover set, daily essentials planner insert, shared memory journaling card, planner closure bands, which I'm excited about, side A, side B dashboard, sticker organizer, which is this lovely thing here. Also excited about this. Bar stickers, spotlight stickers, label tape, also exciting. Track list sticky notes, Claire calendar card, and monthly pen set. Okay, and how do y'all feel about everything, the what's inside being on this? I feel like that's interesting. I don't mind it whatsoever. So I feel like we got a lot of stuff, y'all. So first up, of course, is the April monthly calendar card that we usually get. So we get this, and of course I'm gonna test out all of the items. And then we get this shared memory journaling card, a unique moment of resonance in a world of noise. And then we get the card that is supposed to go in the cover that we got in the sub box from last month. And I have not been using the cards for that purpose. I am definitely going to show you guys what or how I've been using that perfect bound notebook. So we have what replace. Again, this sub box was like a spin on cassette tapes. So we have this. And then we get a label tape set of 1 concrete. And I've always been eyeing that silver tape from Cloth and Paper. I was like, I think that's a really, really cute like washi tape. I just never got it. So I'm excited that they give us this. I feel like it's giving more tape, like a tape look than a washi. But let's see. So yeah, definitely looks like tape. Not sure how I'm gonna use it in the planner, but I definitely want to use it. Pretty sticky, and I'm so glad I have my planner with me, my beautiful mini right here to the side. You guys probably saw that video already. I'm just gonna have her poke in there because, like I was saying in the beginning, I use like Cloth and Paper as a base, but I always go ahead and like personalize it to make it my own. And then y'all, we get these sticky notes, which I was excited about because you can do a lot with this, and I didn't realize it was sticky. I thought it was like a notepad kind of. So 4.5 by 3 inches matte, 50 sheets, and it kind of tells you here how you can use it. You can do AM routine, PM routine, or you can do high priority, low priority. And I started jotting down like ideas of how I can use this to make it work for me. So I will share that with y'all. A nice pad, look at that. I'm definitely gonna put this in my planner, so I'm gonna test that out too. So Cloth and Paper is my work planner if you're new here. I use the HP Mini Cloth and Paper for work. So a lot of ways that I have that I can possibly use this, apart from like the high priority, low priority that was on the front. Example is things that take up like high energy versus low energy. I find that when I have a lot of tasks to do, that's how I like to break it down. I'm like, let me just get rid of everything that's like low energy, and before I deal with the high energy kind of things. And then also for like project management, maybe things that you want to escalate versus things that you just want to monitor on your own. And again, like some stuff that might be on track versus like at risk or something like that. Like there's some what is it, roadblocks preventing you from being on track with a project. So there's so many ways that I can see this being used. And I also thought about it for like a personal planner, life planner, home planner, whatever you want to call it. If you're making like a wish list or any kind of like things that you want to buy, you can definitely do like non-negotiables versus nice to have. It is so many ways that you can use this list, and I really like this. So I'm excited that they gave this to us. And then we get the spotlight stickers. I think these are really fun. They say different things. Some say start, some say repeat, record. You get smaller ones. So yeah, just your standard ones. And I really like the neutrals. Like I said, I'm gonna go in my planner and play around with the items. I think I'm gonna start saving that for the end. Like I'm gonna go through that with y'all towards the end. In the beginning, I'm just gonna do like, here are the items in a box, and then towards the end I'm gonna show y'all like how I would really use it. So we get 4 pages of those. Those are really fun. And I have a section in my planner that's dedicated to these kind of stickers, like neutral base stickers. That's what I'm gonna start calling them, my neutral base stickers. And then we get these in the wave form. So again, going with like that tape recording kind of vibes. I really like bar stickers because they're good for deco. Of course, tracking like days that you wanna highlight, but also I use it to fill blank space in my planner, mostly like my monthly section. So we get those are really cute. We also get a pen set, so I'm gonna test these out. And I ran out of one of the gray highlighters that I've been using, so this is perfect that we get a gray highlighter, and they are dual tip. So this one has a square stamp on it, which is really cool, and the other end is a fine point. And then we get this pen here, which is Faber-Castell 0.5 fast dry. Okay, black ink. I like the feel of it. It feels pretty good in your hand. And then y'all, we get the closure bands, which I was super excited about. Oh, so the black is a little bit shorter. I don't know why I was thinking they were the same size. Hopefully it fits the book bound that we got in last month's sub box, because that's really what I want it for. And then sometime last year, we got is this saffron? We got this shade, so I feel like it's adding on to the collection. If they ever come out with a blue one, I'm all over that. I really am. And then we get some daily essential inserts in the mini, which I really like these, because when I was doing the HP mini shop my stash, I don't have a lot of dailies, but I really like the layout of this. You'll see in my planner, once the week starts getting crazy, I will take out a daily and plan on my daily. The only section I don't really need is affirmation, but I'll probably just force myself to use it since it's there. But I love the layout of tomorrow. Definitely love that they added this. Schedule, task, notes, and priorities. Like, this is a really almost perfect. If it didn't have affirmation, of course I could cover it up, but like almost perfect without affirmation. I actually was thinking to test out some of the items that we got on this blank page, so I think I'm going to start doing that as well, so I'm not like, you know, randomly putting it in my planner. So we have those inserts. I'm telling y'all, I feel like we got a lot of things. And then we get the on repeat cover and dashboard set, which I didn't even know that it was like a whole kit. I really just thought it was like the circly dashboard. I don't know what I was expecting, y'all. I don't think that when they promoted it, it really was like a whole set. But that's pretty cute. Also, I thought this was like vellum. No, this is like a cover set, front and back. Oh, wow. Okay, so we get the front and back. Sorry about that glare. Let's move this. Yeah, so front and back. And then we get this dashboard, which layers with it. Just talks about like repetition and routine. And I did bring out some dashboards to see like how I would layer it. Honestly, not really my favorite. I feel like it's gonna be hard to layer unless the dashboard is like really plain, but I don't know. We'll try it out and we will see. Ooh, again with that glare, y'all. Let's put that there. And then we get this side A, side B dashboard. It's like a vellum material, and it reminds me of a vellum that I already have in my planner. Just has this graphic, which kind of hard to tell what it is, and then it has wording, start a new hobby. Okay, so we get this vellum, and last but not least, ooh, this is a lot, is the sticker organizer, which I'm really excited about. I recorded a video some time ago, which I never uploaded, on how I store my stickers. I just felt like it was so all over the place. I kind of knew that Cloth and Paper would come out with a sticker organizer one day, because why wouldn't they? But they took too long, so I decided to put all of my items on rings. But I do like that they finally gave us this, and I could fill out the A5 slim because I don't have that size. And I really like this, y'all. So you can put the stickers in here. You put it at the top, and they will definitely fit. So I am gonna go ahead and test out all of these beautiful items. That is everything that we got in this sub box. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna use this opportunity to show y'all my perfect bound notebook, and I realize I haven't been showing it to y'all because like it's not really much to it for me to do a whole video on it. So I'm just gonna like quickly show y'all what I did. This planner cover it was like a new release that they did, so I definitely cut it because the fit was very awkward. I don't think it fit really good for this. So this page, you'll see it's missing that part because I cut it. And then I just have it held together with this dual clip from Cloth and Paper. And then this beauty here is custom made on Canva. So this is a financial book sort of for me. And it's literally just me taking notes on the stock market. That is all that this literally is. I don't want to, maybe like an academic planner, I don't know. So I just have like the sticky note from Cloth and Paper here that has like some Post-its and like a little ruler that I've been using, the February card, and just some random things that I have here. If I watch, I don't know, I intended to use this like if somebody makes a video and I want to watch their video, you know, related to the stock market. So those kind of things. And again, I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but I'm just not making a separate video on it. So yeah, it just has like my notes, basic information, trends, those kind of things. And it's not really like planner related. It's more like, I don't know, like academic, maybe finance. So that's how I've been using that. And I was excited that we received the bands because I want to put it on this planner, but the black looks really small. So I don't know if the black is gonna fit. Look at how tiny that black is. I'm gonna have to go with the white one. Like this black is not gonna fit. That's a bummer, y'all. Would it stretch? I don't want to break it either. So let me just leave this black alone and let's go with this white. Hopefully it matches. I don't hate it. Just because I have like white accents, I think it would be pretty okay. All right, y'all, so here's the vibes. I don't love it, I don't hate it. I do wish it was black, but not too bad. Maybe this is like throwing it off, maybe a little better. So if I did get like a book on the stock market, I can just, you know, add it in here. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, that is how I plan to use the closure bands that came in the sub box. All right, y'all, so for the cover, I went through my stash. So yeah, I don't have to. And I pulled out some things, right? Stay with me for the vibes. I kind of wanted to see how different things will layer, and I feel like this dashboard that we got in an older sub box would do the trick because it has like some words at the top and it has things at the bottom. I think this was the winner for me. I think this is really cute. What do y'all think of that, right? And then some other ones that I pulled out, not perfect, but like it needs some sprucing up, right? We have this one, the Fiend. It's kind of like at the top or the bottom. You could do that, or this one I had in my planner last month, I think so. Same kind of vibe, top, bottom, but that green, the green really spoke to me. This one came with it, and then this one we got in a sub box last year. So no, it's definitely the green one. And then I have this from Jane's Agenda. Just gives like a different kind of vibe if you wanted to do something like that. But this green is it for me. All right, y'all, so moving on into my chunky mini, so we can see how to incorporate some items. When I was saying that this vellum reminds me of something that's already in the planner, it's these vellums from Cloth and Paper. I'm like, it looks very similar. It's just not a divider. I'm like, doesn't it remind you of that? So yeah, that was this divider, but that's not the focus. The focus here is seeing if I can add these beauties in my planner. So you remember how I was saying that I have like a neutral collection in my planner? I think this is gonna touch on like the sticker organization. All of my neutrals, if you guys haven't seen this setup, I'll link it down below. All of my like neutrals are here. So all I'm gonna be doing is adding these to the collection. Again, now we have sticky organizers, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing this. Probably yes, because now I just fell in love with the vibes of having envelopes and things. But yeah, in my monthly, you'll see for February, I already did some planning. Oh, so here is where I was gonna put that label that I tore off, but I ripped it all wrong, so it's not gonna stick, but that's okay. So y'all see these vibes? I'm like, I would have loved to have these to fill in the space. I just think that would have went really cute. I want to test these out. So I'm gonna be off this week, so that's why I have that long one here. Let's change it, y'all, because I want to see the vibes. I think this is really cute. So we're just gonna replace that. Yeah, that's cute. And then we can use a shorter one. You can see like some are longer, some are shorter for these 2 days. Maybe this one here in the corner. So I like that, definitely going in my stash. And then we have these, which I really like, again with the neutrals. So you see how I like scatter my sticky notes all over the place. So like this week, this setup, or even this week too, I can definitely use some of these. I think that it will go really good with the vibes, with like the pink. This is literally, today is like the 10th that I'm recording this video, like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's crazy. And then just know that you have these inner pieces that you can take out, and let's just say Friday is really important. We can go ahead and highlight Friday. I'm gonna block out habits here. So I think that's super cute, y'all. And even this star repeat, feel like we can put that on to do. And then this piece is still on. We can put that, let's put that there. So y'all see how it's adding a little something to our planner. Love that. So one thing that I did say in another video was the fact that it's kind of hard for me to find sticky notes that fit the mini, because the mini is so small. Like this almost fits, but it's like gonna hang off the page a bit. So I'm wondering like where I would put that. I think I would put that in my, somewhere in my daily section, or maybe in like my project planner section. Especially like certain things, I really don't need all of that space. Or maybe I can put it like sideways. I don't know, but I really want to use these. Or maybe I can use the pen to test it out here. Perfect. So again, for me, when it comes to project management, maybe I would do something like A would be to escalate and B would be to monitor. okay. This pen is okay. Not like my favorite ever. You guys can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So that's how that's writing. And then let's test out the marker. It says press it vertically and tilt it up. Hopefully that dries up and it's just not gonna leave us with a smudge. So, and then we have this fine tip side. What is today? I literally forgot what today is. Is it 210? I think it's 210 by now. And so again, maybe we need to escalate payment. And we need to escalate contract. We can monitor the deadline and we can monitor, I don't know, y'all, I'm just putting whatever, the flight arrangement, let's just say, right? So I would do something like this. I think this would be really helpful in a project management section. And so again, with the mini, like, it is barely gonna fit, and I don't want stuff hanging off the page, so I would probably put this sideways, I won't even lie. So I probably put it like this. You can use some of the tape to stick this down. I think that I tore this the wrong way. Can y'all remind me how you're supposed to tear it? Sometimes I tear it good so it sticks down, sometimes I don't. I'm like, I forget. So we can just put the tape. And of course, if you wanted to get fancy, you could go ahead and use some of these stickers, which I won't do. But yeah, this is probably how I would use that. And the last thing that I want to touch on, y'all, is the sticky note organizers. So when I said that I have my own method for storing the sticky notes, again, you've seen them in my planner, but I also have them on loops. So I tend to color coordinate by the months. So you see these are more like dark neutrals because like these are at home. I'm not taking all of my stickers to work. So I think it would be really cool for me to go ahead and take them off the loop and put it in this organizer. That's going to be like a mini project. So when I go to work, right, I have the planner, but I also have this pouch which houses like additional things that might not fit in my planner. So these two come with me to work, right? So I'm thinking instead of this little pouch, the clothing paper needs to come out with some kind of sticky note, like, what is this called? Yeah, sticky note organizer. I keep mixing up sticky note and stickers, like it's two different things. But I'm wondering, I'm not sure if I want to use this as my storage for like when I'm at home to store everything I have, or storage for work, so if I have extra stickers I can pull from this. I don't know. And the other thing for me is that some stickers are not from clothing paper. So you guys see these from, I think it's Pretty Planner Co. I want to see if these would fit in here. I mean, hey, if they do, that would be amazing. I think I have one that's open. Yeah, this one. So let's see. Oh wow, y'all, so they fit. So okay, this would be good. I think that this would be a good alternative to what I've been carrying around. I mean, it's kind of gives the same vibes to me, honestly. Oh, so this is kind of like a tight fit. I will have to take it out the packaging. So it fits those. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put in all of my extras in here. Y'all, we definitely upgraded. Okay, so we went from this little thing to an organized system. So I'm excited about this light. Oh my goodness. So I'm excited about this, y'all. So my new little carry system will be my planner and this pouch for additional stickers. As you can see, this has like a lot of soft vibes. Again, I usually have a color palette for the month, so in my planner it's just a lot of like reds, but these long ones won't fit in the planner, so that's why they ended up here. So mostly cloth and paper, but we do have towards the back, it gets random. I was able to put my sticky notes, so I love that. I think all this missing is a band because it's not going to stay closed. All right, y'all, so that is everything we received a part of the February cloth and paper sub box. I did go ahead and add the band that is supposed to be for the travel notebook. I added a pink one, just, you know, so it could stay closed, and it's just so cute. It adds like a little something. So we got our sticker organization, which I love. It's probably my favorite item. The bands, we get the tape, the pen set, the dashboards. Actually doesn't look bad with these two together. It's kind of a vibe too. We get the daily inserts, the stickers, journaling card, the April card, sticky notes, and the what replays journaling card. So again, my favorite would be the sticker organizer, followed by, I do like that they gave us tape. I do like that. The dailies I like as well, and probably the stickers. So let me know your thoughts on this box. I hope you found this video helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.